Are you looking forward to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire? Are you also panicking a bit because you haven't played the first one yet and there's no time now, and is it getting hotter in here or is it just me? Or maybe you did play it and it's just that the finer details of its 50-hour plot have been muddied a bit by the passing of time. Well, don't worry. Crack a window, sit back, and let us pour the events of Obsidian's Comeback Kid isometric RPG into your brains. Ready? Like its spiritual predecessor, Baldur's Gate, Pillars of Eternity takes place in a traditional Euro fantasy world of dark forests, quaint medieval villages, and dark caves. It's known as the Eastern Reach of Eora, and the player arrives there as an adventurer from a foreign land. An adventurer with some really terrible luck, as it happens. First, a bizarrely powerful storm kills literally everyone in their caravan. And then, when they head inside a cave for shelter, they stumble on a death cult harvesting people's souls. What an evening. But the worst is yet to come. Turns out, and you'll laugh when you hear this, Pillars hero, turns out being exposed to those dark soul-harvesting energies has bestowed some pretty disturbing powers. The ability to read souls and access the memories of their past lives, usually harrowing and painful ones. Still, nice and dry in that cave, was it? Good. Troubled by disturbing visions in the aftermath of these events, the brave adventurer heads to the town of Gilded Vale for answers. However, the giant tree full of hanging corpses in the town square is a bit of a giveaway that things have gone awry here too. Upon speaking to a particularly charmless chap called Lord Radric, you learn that the whole region of the Direwood is cursed with the Hollowborn plague. People are being born without souls, you see, which renders them in a vegetative state, and that really gets on Radric's nerves, hence the cadaver tree. After a wizened old woman tells the adventurer more about their newfound abilities as a Watcher and an Awakened, in other words being able to snoop on souls, they head off to investigate the curse in more detail. It does sound awfully coincidental what with that soul harvesting ritual you watched at the start of the game, doesn't it? Along the way, the Awakened, that's you, meets a few characters with mutually compatible goals who tag along for the journey. Ada, the corn-sucking farmer with family issues to work through. Grieving Mother, the cipher midwife who convinced Hollowborn mums that their babies had a soul after all. Durance, the mad priest. And we don't say that lightly, the guy really has lost it. You find him shouting at nobody in a woodland path in the middle of the night. Still, it's nice to have a bit of company. Investigating leads across the Eastern Reach, you learn that the man you saw conducting that dark ritual in the cave is Theos, leader of a cult called the Leaden Key, who have been stealing people's souls with their dark magic and framing animancers in the process. They've long been eyed with suspicion, those animancers, so they were the perfect scapegoat for Theos' plan. Those suspicions boil over into violence one night in the city of Brackenbury, when a mob sets fire to the Animancy College and lynches its students. For shame, Theos! In hot pursuit of this dastardly adversary, you reach the town of Twin Elms and learn a dark, world-changing secret. It turns out that the gods are a fallacy. They are artificial beings created by ancient animancers to keep civilization from toppling over into chaos and barbarism. Theos is the last surviving member of the Order who created the gods, and he's been body-hopping for centuries to stay alive using his soul magic. Oh, and he has a particular beef with modern animancers, because if they get too clever, they might figure out that their magic was used to create the gods themselves. If only you'd just braved the storm instead of walking inside that cave, eh? With your companions by your side, who you've probably had untold adventures with in side quests by this point, and a pretty major inventory full of rare and powerful items, you confront Theos in his lair and slay him. What happened next depends on your actions as the player. The souls of the Hollowborn, were they restored or destroyed? What about the gods you angered in pursuit of Theos? Maybe you made a deal with them, and maybe you broke that deal. Both have severe consequences. Each of the game's regions and companions also have several different endings depending on your choices, and many of them are pretty bleak. That's of particular significance for Pillars 2, because it's a direct sequel in which you reprise your role as the Watcher. In other words, there's no escaping the choices you made before. And exhale. There you go, consider yourself recapped, and just in time to pick the story up again in Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. What luck! Tell us about your favourite quests in the comments below, and remember to subscribe for more content just like this.